Alright, so boom. This video is mostly aimed at the older rap fans. I wanted to title this video something like 5 songs that older hip hop fans should be ashamed of, or that the older generation should be ashamed of, or something like that. But I settled on the title that we have now. Now this video is really me coming at y'all older people's necks. Y'all talk a lot of crap about the newer artists and the newer songs of today, and y'all stay saying stuff like rap was way better back in the 2000s and the 90s. Do y'all not realize that there were some flat out ridiculous songs that came out back then that y'all made popular? The 5 songs that I'm going to be talking about in this video, I'm not even saying that these 5 songs aren't enjoyable, but they're so dang stupid that if you enjoy these tracks, you the last person that should be talking about songs from new school artists being trash, because y'all probably bumping these. Y'all got a lot of bad songs from y'all time that y'all swear are bops. Y'all can try to defend the songs in this video all y'all want, like, no, you bugging, this song was fire. Because none of the 5 songs in this video are better than Laugh to the Bank by Dad Body.
Hey, his money funny, I left to the bank. I'm tryna give 50 rich, so I stank. I cannot for that little bitch, he a skank. He shouldn't talk, he ain't got enough rank. Run to my lung when I'm smoking on dank. Can't get a hill like I'm Bobby or Hank. Walk a flocker, I go hard in the paint. Want something bad and you just gotta wait. His money funny, I left to the bank. I'm tryna give 50 rich, so I stank. I cannot for that little bitch, he a skank. He shouldn't talk, he ain't got enough rank.
Follow Dad Body on his SoundCloud, Twitter, and Instagram for more music from him. But we about to get into it, man. 5 songs rap fans should be ashamed of. Let's go.
Call it Port Bubble Sparks.
This song is the main reason I even decided to make this video. I came across it a minute ago and I went, yo, this song is ridiculous, dog. I can't believe this blew up. But my man Bubba Sparks got the Yin Gang Twins as features, and they pretty much make the song. Kane on the hook saying, it's the main reason people love this. I don't have to explain what the song is about. It's a song for women to shake their asses to. But when you watch the music video, they are doing an infomercial where they're selling women a box of ass. No, but every girl in the video starts off either having mid ass or no ass. But once they show her the product inside, they suddenly acquire all types of dance moves. I get it's all fun and games, but in my opinion, it's still ridiculous. I haven't even talked about the stupidest part of this song yet either. In my opinion, the main thing about this track that's funny as hell, what takes me out, is this man Bubba Sparks in the background saying, boogity, 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 boogity. Listen close to this part. This song is so motherfucking stupid. Did y'all hear that at the end? This man literally has an ad-lib that says boogity, 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 boogity. I refuse to believe that there are some of y'all that clown some new school rappers that aren't even that bad, but then you will listen to this and say, Miss New Booty was my jam back in the day. There is no way you can hear this
Bro boy, bro boy, bro boy, bro boy, bro boy.
and go, man, all he's doing is saying broke boy over and over. Man, turn that whack shit off. But hearing these dudes go boogity, 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 boogity is something you enjoy. Come on now, man. Miss New Booty has always been a very stupid song to me. And like I said, you can like it if you want. I'm not shaming you for liking it, but you gotta at least admit that the song is ridiculous. Oh man, the ignorance behind this song is something else. Now, some of y'all are going to be old enough to remember this song, and that's because you was watching a particular channel that you wasn't supposed to be watching. And that's because if your parents caught you watching this channel, you for sure would have got a whooping. The channel I'm talking about is BET Uncut. Now, the channel itself is BET, but BET Uncut was a late night segment of the channel that would start around 2 o'clock in the morning, and they would play nothing but explicit songs and music videos. The most famous example of this being Tip Drill by Nelly. That music video was wildly controversial at the time. I don't even think the music video of this song is on YouTube to this day. But another popular song that blew up from being played on BET Uncut is from the Detroit rapper Waxamillion. And yes, that's the dude's name. And the song was called No Panties on the Dance Floor. Like most other songs out there, this song blew up thanks to the hook. The hook is sung by the same girl every time it plays, but the girl isn't credited as a feature or anything. But this is how ratchet this song is. The hook is, I ain't got no panties on, ain't got no panties on, I ain't got no panties on the dance floor.
Ain't got no panties on, I ain't got no panties on the dance floor.
Also, during the hook, Waxamillion himself comes in to say, pull them panties off, pull them panties off, pull them panties off on the dance floor. This song is honestly just hilarious, man. The name of the person that made it is hilarious, Waxamillion. The beat sounds like something you would hear in an episode of Scooby-Doo while they're chasing the villain through hundreds of doors and whatnot. The lyrics are just funny to me. The first lines in the first verse are, give me a scotch on the rocks that's gonna have me out of my socks. It's funny to me because I feel like he said that with so much passion. But speaking of the lyrics, the first lines of the second verse, man, when it comes to the clean version of this song, they edited the first line of the second verse so tough that you can't hear a damn thing this man said. Listen to this.
On the dance floor.
Now I spray just like Windex. Now what he exactly said, I'm not going to fully say it, but he said, I spray blank on hoes just like Windex. The word that's in the blank is a 3-letter word that I'm not going to repeat in this instance, but if you're old enough, you'll know what it is. But that's what he said, I spray blank on hoes just like Windex. But as y'all heard, like they misconstrued the hell out of that audio, so we couldn't hear him. So we can go on to the next song now, but this song is a classic. Man, I gotta say it. All the kids that was up at night watching BET Uncut, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to this song. This track was so ridiculous, but we all love it, and it's been our guilty pleasure ever since we first found it. This is hands down one of the stupidest hip hop dances to ever be created. If you're the type that be complaining about dances created on TikTok, calling them childish and lame, but you was doing the flex, shut the hell up. Even when it comes to big name rappers, if you said that Tuesday Slide by Drake was a dumb dance, but you was doing the flex, shut the hell up. There is no way you was out here taking part in this hooliganism, but you trying to complain about other dances. Now this song and dance is from the Party Boys from Dallas, Texas, and it was released in 2010. And it was actually a hot record. Many of Functions was blasting this song in 2010 and even leading in 2011. And the dance itself, as you see from the video playing, is just putting your hand behind your head and moving quickly, like flopping your arm around. And for the women, they can like bounce to the ground while they're doing it. Now, if you were a kid doing this, then it's all good. You can't really flame kids for just wanting to have fun doing dances. But if you were a grown-ass man, like all of the guys in this music video, then you are such a ham. Especially if you was in the club talking about... This really just makes people from Dallas look bad. Now, when I actually paid attention to the lyrics of this song, I noticed something funny. So, all 4 members in this group kept mentioning 2 things. Choosing and Coogee. Now, just to quickly explain, choosing is a slang term that means like you got other people looking at you and they're getting attracted to you. They like your swag, they like how you carry yourself. So when a dude says like shorty was choosing on me, or me and my niggas getting chose, that just means like we got a lot of girls looking at us trying to get with us because we the shit. And then Coogee is a fashion brand that started way back in 1969. I'm gonna speak on Coogee in a moment, but let me tell y'all, this is all these niggas talk about in this song is wearing Coogee and getting chose. I'll show you. The very beginning of the song is hands on your head while you're working on the floor. You know lil' mama choosing as I walk through the door. Coogee head to toe, so you know I'm getting chose. And once I hit them with that flex, they gonna be begging for some more. See, already right there, you heard Coogee head to toe and we getting chose. You're going to hear that throughout the entire song. The first verse is from member Ice B, and he has a part that says, I'm stepping through the party, polo hat, polo clothes. Matter of fact, I'm so polo that I should go and strike a pose. Fresh stepping through the door, the party boys getting chose. I'm actually surprised this nigga said polo instead of Coogee. I didn't think that they knew about any other brands. The second verse is from member Big Chris, and he said, chain hanging on the Coogee just to hurt their eyes. I got that thing on my side to make these weak boys hot. The third verse is from Deuce Fat. This man said it a couple times. Coogee on my body so you know I'm feeling lucky. Shawty still choosing even though I'm kinda chubby. And at the end of the verse he says, flex on lil' mama and she took it to the flow. She pulling on the Coogee while I hit the daddy stroke. The daddy stroke is actually another dance move song that they made. I don't know if y'all heard it.
Daddy stroke, bro, and his hoe, we at the fit, bro.
But these are the same dudes that made that song. And y'all know what's funny? They didn't mention Coogee a single time in that song, and they only mentioned getting chose once. Now the final verse in Flex is from Lil Pudge, and if y'all thought that Lil Pudge didn't mention Coogee or getting chose, you'd be dead wrong. Bring it back, cause I like the way you working it. Coogee on my body, so you know your boy working it. Be flexing when I'm grooving, keep the club moving. I'm super duper fresh, so you know the girls choosing. I can't tell y'all how mind boggled I was when I sat down and listened to the words here. I was like, yo, these dudes literally don't talk about shit else except for getting chose and wearing Coogee. To everyone watching this video, please tell me, was y'all wearing Coogee that often? Ladies, was y'all choosing on dudes y'all saw wearing Coogee? Because that's what the party boys make it seem like. Y'all could pull any girl you ever wanted as long as you was wearing Coogee. And in my own personal experience, Coogee had one of the quickest fall offs I've ever seen for a clothing brand. I saw people wearing it in 2010 and somewhat in 2011, like I said, when this song was hot. But I swear, the very next year, starting in 2012, I have never seen a Coogee shirt be worn on anybody.
No matter what I do, all I think about is you.
Now, listen. I know that this song is loved and revered by virtually anybody who has heard it. But one thing that even you diehard lovers of this song need to admit is that this relationship was super toxic. The way that Kelly Rowland and Nelly's characters were acting, they both need to be slapped. Now, Dilemma is a song about a guy crush on a girl who's in a relationship, and that same girl is liking the guy back, but she's conflicted on whether or not she wants to abandon her current boyfriend and move on to Nelly. And Nelly recognizes that she has a man already. Now, one thing I will give credit to, like in the song, she doesn't leave her man as soon as her and Nelly start talking. But pretty much everything else that she does is actually more disrespectful than if she would have just dumped her current dude and went for Nelly. All the people that love this song, y'all need to do two things. Listen to this song and pay close attention to the lyrics if you never have before, but also pay attention to the music video. The music video makes all of this so much worse. So Kelly moves into a new house across the street from Nelly, and as soon as this woman steps out of the moving truck, she's already blushing and waving at him while he's sitting on the porch. Ladies, let me tell y'all something that really does not need to be said. But if you already have a man, you should not be waving and smiling at another dude this hard. This girl is blushing her life away, and this is her very first time seeing him. Speaking of Nelly, the issue I have with his character is that he goes back and forth from being respectable to being toxic throughout the whole song. In the first verse, he says how he realizes that Kelly is choosing on him. Hold up. After going on that rant about the party boys, they got me saying choosing, so let me stop. But he says how he ain't going to make a move because she has a man and she has a son by him too. He just going to play it cool and wait until she makes a move on him. Now that I kind of understand. Like, he doesn't want to be a home wrecker, so he don't want to push it. But then he says he's planning on taking her anyway. And in no time, I plan to make this one here mine. And that's for sure, because I've never been the type to break up a happy home, but there's something about baby girl I just can't leave alone. So this is really not helping your case, bro. Talking about, I usually don't do this, but there's something about you that just makes me feel so comfortable. Before talking about the second verse, like, I want to let y'all know that while all of this is going on, Kelly is singing toxicity on the chorus that y'all people love so much. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, you know I'm crazy over you. If you're in a relationship with someone, why is another man on your mind this much? You wasting your boyfriend's time at this point. But now the second verse. Nelly reiterates again that he doesn't want to make a move on Kelly because he know how some guys are insecure about their women. If they see another dude talking to her, they gonna jump in and be like, oh, what's good, man? Like, can I help you with something? Like, them type of dudes. And he says, I'm not about to fight over you either because that's not how I do. Now, remember how I said that he goes back and forth from respectable to toxic? Listen to this next part. I like your steez, your style, your whole demeanor, the way you come through and holler and swoop me in his two-seater. Kelly is picking this man Nelly up. Hold on. I never realized that their names were only one letter apart. Wow, this song is 19 years old and I never peeped that. Kelly and Nelly. But Kelly is picking this dude up and taking him places in her boyfriend's car. Oh my goodness, both of these people are terrible. For a dude that's saying he respects the man code and he don't want to push up on another guy's woman, you're doing a lot of shit that I'm 100% sure you wouldn't want another guy doing to your girl. But I haven't even touched on the worst part of this entire music video. Some of you may already know what I'm about to point out, but There is a moment in this video where Kelly is trying to text Nelly through Microsoft Excel. I'm not even capping, here's the picture. This is probably the worst sin committed in this entire song. Not that you was driving Nelly around in your man's car, not that you was singing about him, saying that you love him the very first day you met him. It was this. Texting through Microsoft Excel is the worst this girl will ever be. I'm mostly blaming Nelly for this because I saw that Kelly Rowland actually has no writing credits in this song. So either none of this was her idea, or it was, but she didn't want to claim that she wrote this. And I wouldn't either. Before I even get to disrespecting this song, I do want to say rest in peace to Shawty Lo. I don't know if him having a hand in D4L's success is something to necessarily brag about, but still rest his soul. Now, all of you know how crazy this song was. This song becoming as popular as it did was one of the darkest things to ever happen in hip hop. It's one of the worst songs about sex, one of the worst like dance songs, because this was at the forefront of snap music when that became a thing in the mid 2000s. The best snap music song of all time is Lean With It, Rock With It, by the way. Back to this nonsense, it blows my mind how us as a people, as a human race, caused this song to get as popular as it did. And these dudes weren't industry plants either. Like, y'all genuinely was fucking with this back in the day, wasn't you? Even Waxamillion wasn't this bad.
On the dance floor.
The song is just like how like the 69 boys used to tell ladies to shake their Tootsie Roll. Instead of that candy, we got another candy, Laffy Taffy. Now, if I really have to choose something that I like about the song, I will say it's the end of the second verse by Stuntman. Well, before the end, in the middle of his verse when he was talking about chilling at the strip club, watching the dancers, this dude gets thirsty as hell and tries to grope one of the dancers. And he's like, "Man, come on, I ain't gonna tell nobody. Work that pole and work it well, stacks on deck, your ankle swell. Girl, let me touch you, I will never tell. Security guard, don't scare nobody, damn right, I touched that hoe." The part that makes me laugh is the last lines. The security guard, don't scare nobody, damn right, I touched that hoe. But at the end of the verse, like the other part that I like too, is actually thanks to Fabo, where he just comes in and says da-da-da to finish off Stuntman's verse. A song that D4L has that I always thought was way better than this is Bet You Can't Do It Like Me.
But I can do it like me, shake the leg, get to like me, DJ Pooh, you like me.
The last thing I'm about to say, like super pause on this, but one of the best things to ever come out of this song was that this is the same beat that Gangsta Licious used for his song Homies Over Hoes, which is easily one of the funniest songs ever. The creators of Boondocks are hilarious for that idea. So I guess if D4L never made this nonsense, we wouldn't have gotten such an iconic song like that.
Outro, outro.